لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله 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 الله
The cold sand of the Arabian desert offers no comfort. A small, exhausted group of men waits in the pitch blackness of the night. They know the dawn will determine if their faith survives or dies in this valley. Stomachs ache from hunger. Throats are parched. The heavy silence of the desert amplifies the creeping psychological dread of the slaughter expected at sunrise. A short distance from the anxious men, one figure remains entirely separate. The messenger stands isolated, his hands raised in quiet, unwavering prayer, completely submerged in devotion while his camp rustles with human terror. This agonizing wait serves a direct purpose. Before a single sword is drawn, this cold night acts as a crucible. It strips away all reliance on worldly strength, leaving only pure, unadulterated conviction. The path to this isolated valley began a decade earlier in Makkah. Years of severe religious persecution, economic strangulation, and physical violence eventually forced the believers to abandon their homes. Migration offered them a fragile sanctuary in Medina, but this new settlement was perpetually surrounded by hostile tribes, living under the heavy shadow of an impending attack from their former oppressors. The immediate crisis sparked over a massive, wealthy trade caravan belonging to Quraysh of Mecca. An attempt to reclaim stolen property triggered the Meccan elite to mobilize a massive military response. This chart outlines the ground reality. Over 1,000 well-equipped Quraysh soldiers marched against barely 300 believers. This deficit extended to hardware. The Quraysh brought hundreds of horses and complete armor suits. The believers shared merely 2 horses and a handful of defensive plates. By every standard metric of war, the believers were walking into a calculated death trap. On this field, every tangible advantage belonged to the Quraysh. Morning breaks over the Badr Valley. The first rays of the sun illuminate a terrifying reality. A massive, heavily armed line of Quraysh soldiers cresting the dunes, their armor glinting sharply in the light. Facing a polished, professional military force, human instinct commands terror. The outnumbered believers feel the natural trembling of their own hearts. They must forcefully anchor themselves to their faith to simply hold their ground. The battle lines solidify. Following ancient Arabian custom, the conflict opens with one-on-one combat in the center of the valley. Swords clear their scabbards. First blood stains the sand. Then the general charge begins. The outmatched defenders step forward into a wall of iron. Lacking deep defensive formations and heavy weaponry, they are propelled forward by a sheer, illogical conviction. From across the battlefield, the Quraysh commanders expect a swift, decisive slaughter. They possess absolute material supremacy, completely blind to the unseen spiritual weight anchoring the opposing line. The valley erupts into chaos. Swirling dust chokes the air as men clash in brutal, close-quarters combat. The physical endurance of the frontline fighters is pushed past its absolute breaking point under the crushing momentum of the larger army. Yet, the line holds. When physical muscle reaches complete exhaustion, divine assistance descends to back the outmatched defenders. A fierce wind sweeps through the valley, driving blinding sand directly into the faces of the Quraysh. The psychology of the battlefield flips in an instant. The immense, coordinated enemy line suddenly buckles under the pressure. Panic rapidly replaces confidence as the elite Meccans realize their overwhelming numbers offer them zero protection. The Meccans are routed. This victory defies tactical explanation. The clash of metal fades. The adrenaline drains away, replaced by the heavy, profound silence of the desert afternoon. The dust slowly settles over a valley that has just witnessed the impossible. The men look at one another, processing a reality that defies their surroundings. They entered this valley as prey. They leave it as the victors. They process the central lesson of the Badr Valley. Massive numbers, extreme wealth, and heavy armor hold absolutely zero weight when they collide with sincere, unyielding faith. The dust has long since settled, but the logic of this encounter remains active. The events at Badr provide a demonstration of how absolute internal conviction can override extreme material disadvantage. The events in that valley reveal a striking paradox. By embracing total physical vulnerability in the desert and placing their desperate reliance entirely on the divine, those outmatched individuals found an unshakable strength. When you stand in front of your own overwhelming opposition, remember the logic of this desert valley. True victory rarely belongs to those with the most resources. It belongs to those who place their complete trust in the unseen.
لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله 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 الله